the story of Nurse Khadija's disappearance. Today's story takes place in Italy, and do not be surprised because the victim is Arab. One day in the year 2017 AD in Italy, in a city called Verona, located in northern Italy, there is a forest. This forest is very well known for being full of wild boars. As you know, these wild boars are quite savage and eat everything. There was an Italian woman who was used to leaving her house every day at dawn to run 6 or 7 kilometers, then return home to shower and go to work. She had been consistent with this routine for many years, so she knew the path that passed around the forest inch by inch. That day, while running, she noticed a new hole on the side of the road. It was in a place with no housing or industrial facilities. She wondered, why would someone dig a hole here, in the middle of a path, in the middle of a forest? She was puzzled, and what made her even more curious was that the hole was still open. It hadn't been filled. Since she had passed by the previous day and hadn't seen it, she went to see what was inside. As soon as she approached and the foul stench began to emanate, she discovered a group of blue plastic bags. She tried to open one, and there she was, shocked. She saw a terrifying sight: severed human body parts. She fled and reported it to the police, who arrived and recovered the body. They found clothes in one of the bags, confirming the victim was a woman. They also found her ID. She was a Moroccan woman named Khadija Benchou, 47 years old, with Italian citizenship. The police contacted Khadija's family in Italy. The family collapsed, not knowing who would do this or why. Her family said, "We missed Khadija for 2 or 3 days. We tried to contact her but couldn't." Khadija worked for a cleaning company in the morning and as a nurse assistant in the evenings. Her colleagues described her as a private, kind person who had no trouble with anyone. The police were surprised because the killing was brutal, not just a random crime. The person responsible held a deep grudge, dismembering her to erase her from existence, choosing that spot because the wild boars would eat the body. The investigation began with her Moroccan ex-husband, whom she divorced in 2009. They discovered he traveled to Morocco immediately after the crime, making him the prime suspect. He was summoned, returned voluntarily, and surrendered, saying, "I am ready for questioning." However, he provided a solid alibi. He was in a different city far from Verona with friends during the murder. His friends confirmed his story, so he was cleared but kept under surveillance. Later, the police noticed Khadija worked part-time as a nurse for a man named Agim Ajdinaj, 51, of Albanian origin, who had health issues. When Agim was summoned, he came to the station in a wheelchair, pushed by his nephew Lisan. Agim acted as a weak, sick man who couldn't move. He said, "Khadija hasn't shown up for days, and I'm upset because I loved her and wanted to marry her." The investigator didn't trust Agim and put him under surveillance. The shock came when the informant told the investigator, "Sir, this Agim walks on his own feet." He was seen at home working, cutting grass, and polishing his motorcycle. The wheelchair was a total act. They checked neighbors' security cameras and saw Khadija entering Agim's house 15 hours before her death, but she never walked out. Late at night, the cameras caught Agim and his nephew carrying heavy blue bags and putting them in the car. The police raided the house and found traces of Khadija's blood. Agim broke down and confessed. He said, "I loved her, but she rejected me, saying she was just an employee. When she got tired of my pursuit, she started mocking me. I was afraid she would leave me for someone else, so I hit her on the head with an iron bar and killed her. Then I dragged her to the bathroom and cut her up with a saw." He asked his nephew to help him dump the bags in the forest for the boars to eat. The court sentenced Agim to 20 years and his nephew to 6 years. But the big shock was when Agim's lawyer requested a sentence reduction due to his health. The court reduced it to 18 years, and even worse, allowed him to serve it under house arrest. He can walk around the city freely, just not leave the city limits. Khadija's family protested, but there was no response. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.